we have a look together at how that looks. Also look at any problems. Now there's a few things already that we know about, and especially the UX team with Sarah has done a good job of identifying those. So maybe it's good to have a link there. I also have seen that there's a problem with Java and Auto DevOps. So maybe if someone can find that issue, add that to the doc. But someone just reading our marketing materials wouldn't know that. So they would just go and say, hey, I read that GitLab works for Java Spring these days. Let's Google that and see how we do. Well, this looks cool. Create a project in GitLab named Actuator Sample. Oh, let's go to GitLab. How old is this article? Ooh, 2016. I know that this isn't the way to do it, but do people visiting their project know? Maybe someone could take a note. Let's I'm in GitLab now. Start a new project. Test Java Spring. We want to create it from template. There's a template for Spring, so that's cool. Now I forgot about my project name. I already typed it. Why GitLab? Are you a goldfish? Let's make it public. And probably by making it public, I increase my odds of success with that, because I know that when you create it private, I think there's some handoff problem that we have. It was created pretty fast, actually, so that's nice. Cool, I'm done. Doesn't tell me what to do next, but I know that it had something to do with Kubernetes, so let's click that. I don't have a Kubernetes cluster yet, so I'll create one. Still gives me the same option, like I already choose. Sign in underscore. I don't understand why there's an underscore when I hover over sign in. Create a new Google account. I got a Google account. I'm good. Business account or private account? Sure, I'm pretending to just be another GitLab user, so I'll use my private account. Lots of rights to GitLab. They better make sure that their security is in order. Cluster name. Okay, let's read this. Enter the details. Your account must have access to Google Kubernetes Engine. I don't know. You won't be charged. Well, that's good. Email me. No. I read something. Yes. Create payments profile. That's nice. Account type business. No, pretending to be myself. It's always fun when these things are live streamed on YouTube. Automatic payments. Needs a phone number. I'm gonna do this off screen for a second, if you don't mind. People want to say something like about the process so far, or what I'm doing, or what their thoughts are seeing this, feel free to speak up. It should be interactive, and watching my empty screen is not a very engaging experience for people.
I was waiting to see your credit card number.
I'm doing it off screen, Mark. Security. Kathy would be proud.
Put the credit card details block off people. I mean, just doing it because I really don't like entering credit card details for trying something out.
I think that is a very, very accurate statement. Like this, it's a huge hurdle. Even though it says you won't be charged, still you're putting your credit card details up there. Like that's not fun. They do like say that they won't bill me, so that's good. But it's a huge hurdle, and we should think about how we can take that, remove that hurdle. Maybe the first GKE cluster should be on us. Well, I signed up for something. I came here not to sign up for Google Cloud, but like to sign up for the Kubernetes engine. So I'll try the link again. Same link. So that's a bit strange. Your account must have access to Google Kubernetes engine. Do they mean I need a Google Cloud account or I need the Kubernetes engine? I think that's strange. Make sure your account meets the requirements. Check that. Visit the page. Select a project. Ooh. I think I have to create a page and a project, but I'm not sure. Shouldn't GitLab do that for me? But let's just click on things because that's how I roll. Sorry?
I wish we could.
You wish we could. But a user won't have this background. Like we're not telling them, hey, you really got to create a project because we can't do it for you.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't show up there. I thought we did somewhere.
Be sure which account you're using.
Yeah, I'm trying to use like no organization here.
Right. What I'm saying, double check the upper right corner to make sure you're on your personal account.
Oh, because I'm now using GitLab's account.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Thank you very much. Select a project. Something here, I don't understand what it is. Not delete it. Make up project, so test Java Spring.
You got lucky there with a unique name.
Yeah, the ID matches the name. Also means not a lot of people have used it with Java Spring yet. Let's see. Sign up for a free trial. I already did that. Maybe I should do it again. And create clusters. I already did that. It's grayed out. So let's sign up for the free trial. I did this already. I'm not going to do it again.
Probably with the other account, right?
Somewhere in that free trial sign up, I think I selected that I wanted to do it with my personal Gmail address. Don't know anymore. But if I'm not signed up, like why did even let me create a project. Sign up for a free trial. I hope not all billing for GitLab.com will now go to my personal credit card, because that will end quickly. It seems that that whole thing failed. But here I can't even see my identity. So everything is set. I just have to press this once. Well, only my address is gone. Maybe there was a problem with my address. 2F needs to be on the second line. Okay, thought I had this already. At least there's an engine getting ready, which is cool. I'll leave this open for now. Select a project, wait for the API and related services to be enabled. Make sure that billing is enabled. Okay. I'll read through the rest. This account must have permission to create a Kubernetes cluster. That's something else in a project, probably. Probably there's a project and then there's a cluster within the project, but I couldn't tell from the documentation. Ooh, fancy gas. This is exciting.
You're in the wrong
Sorry,
account.
Steve, you are still on your GitLab account.
Too good to be true. Probably there's some production engineers watching this and reminding themselves that they need to revoke access from me.
Next time it's better to do in separate browser where you don't have all these accounts logged in, so you don't confuse it.
I should have used an anonymous browser. Yes, thank you, Dimitri. Lack of preparation on my part.
Wow, but this is good to see because other people are going to go through this too. So I'm glad you did it.
Let's refresh this window. Obviously, this would all be real time because it would be Angular. Create cluster. Let's just create a cluster. I'm in my test project. I'm the right person. A cluster. Did I need to create a cluster? Oh
Yeah,
no, they have permissions to create a cluster, so I shouldn't do it myself. Who's speaking up?
Yeah, I was
actually
saying
just
that you
wondering.
probably should not do cluster with Google Cloud, but instead GitLab should do it for you.
Yep. Cool.
But where does that link go that it says you need to have permissions to? Where does that link go to? Does that just take you back to where you were?
Basically, it takes me to something that says to me, like, create a cluster.
Huh. Yeah, that is confusing.
You're back on GitLab. You're GitLab.
This is the problem with Google's multi-authentication. There's a /u that has to go in. There's so many things.
Anyway, so the link kind of takes me here, and yeah, no, nothing. Okay, well,
Yeah,
let's
looks like it's fine.
I'm going to make a cluster name. It's going to be our favorite name. Environment scope. I don't know what to do here. Is this like everything? What is the environment even? Is this like a cron job? Like, I don't know.
The environment scope is related to which environments will deploy from the CI/CD. So if you wanted it only to be for production with this cluster, you could put in production. If you wanted it to be only for review apps, you could put in review/star.
It's pretty cool. Probably we want to have like a blue link with some help there. Say, look, star is cool. We love stars. Project name, GitLab internal. Project ID. I thought it was the fancy project ID. Anyway, Google Cloud Platform project ID. That's good.
I think you copied from the project of the GitLab at GitLab.com. You used.
I keep doing it. I'll keep it open now, so I don't go back and forth the entire time. So. This name. but it's weird because I already created a project.
Yes, you'll just need to select that from the select a project dropdown.
Select project dropdown. Let me try to stumble along myself, which I can't open this. Okay. Project info, data unavailable.
Select a project is at the top navbar of Google Cloud.
Oh wow! I wasn't looking there. I was looking at all the nice cards. Project ID. Ah, it is the fancy project ID. I knew something was up. Zone. I'm in this zone. It didn't say zone. Maybe in project settings. Location. Yes, yes, location. It has a look. I don't know. I'm just going to ignore this. Oh, see zones. Great. It has a link that will go to the wrong account. It has, yes, there's regions and zones. It's awesome. Great. How do I make sure I have the right one? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe just selects a zone. It's good by default. I'm going to ignore this. Number of nodes, 3. Seems good.
Just
And
FYI, it doesn't actually matter. You can pick whatever zone you want.
Cool. And 1 standard 2. It's going to cost me how much? How expensive is it? It's the only thing I care about. Let's see how much it is. 8 gigabytes. Woo, that's okay. Well, it's probably not going to break the bank, but I'd love to see some price, a link to the pricing page as well. Give me my cluster. Sign in with Google. I thought I was here already. Let's just keep going. Oh, test Java Spring. Oh, forgot all about my project ID and everything. Ah, it's working. Oh, this is impressive.
Probably it was due to expiration of the OAuth 2 token from Google.
Oh, yeah. I was too slow. Oh, thanks. But thanks for letting me know. Cool, it's been created. Great. What do we do now? Click a bit in the Google Cloud Platform thing. Maybe I see a graph or something. Ooh, I see a graph. That's good. There's 3 instances. It did something, so that's cool. Now, in this left thing, I'm not sure this message is going away. I also don't know. Like it says, control how your cluster integrates. I'm cool with the integration. What do? I reload it. It still says it's being created. So I'll chill for a bit.
It usually takes around 4 to 5 minutes to create a cluster on Google Cloud.
Okay.
You can actually watch it live if you click Kubernetes Engine on the right window.
Ooh, that would be cool to have that in that message, that you should click there. Clusters being created on Google Kubernetes Engine. Watch it live on by going to the link or something. And I see a lot of interesting info in the chat. People paste it in the Google Docs so we don't forget about it. But thanks for pasting. And I know that a lot of these things are already being worked on. Like there's probably some people pulling their hairs out because Sid, we're fixing this. It's going to ship next month. It's going to ship in 11.0. Cool. It's green. I'll reload my left window. Still says it's being created.
It will automatically update, but it takes a few seconds more to pull the information from the Google Cloud platform.
Cool. I'll be patient. Maybe, oh, it did automatically update. That's cool. Single page application for the win. Refresh the page. Oh, kind of refreshed itself, I think. Just refresh just to make sure. And now, there's only one button I can click. That's the install for Helm Mozilla, and I kind of know we need that, but it didn't really say from the instructions. So cluster details, bit of mumbo jumbo, advanced settings. It's probably not for me. So yeah, I can press this button. So let's do that. But I'm not exactly sure why I'm doing it. Oh, it's installed. Gabriel says that it's really nice. You can install GitLab Runner. Yes, it is. And I think we should have more buttons. Why not install Jupyter Hub?
I hear you, Sid.
So while we're waiting for that install, I think like if you look at Jupyter notebooks, IPython notebooks, they're basically used by all of data science. They're used by all machine learning people, and it's not a super good experience having that work with version control. So I think a first step would be to deploy them from GitLab, and then we can kind of pre-integrate them. So you can kind of go back and forth with version control. There's some in Jupyter Lab. There's their new project. There's some pretty cool integrations with Git and GitHub, but maybe we can have some integrations with GitLab so that it's easier to use with version control, because it feels like different spaces, even though it should be the same. Still shows installing. I'll refresh just for kicks. Installed. I think it auto updated. That's cool. Okay, well, there's nothing to do. Well, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe I can press the other install buttons. I'm just going to press them all. But no one told me to. I know that GitLab Runner should probably run for some stuff.
So there's a link there that says read more about installing applications. Can you find out where that goes?
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for asking. This is exactly the interaction we should have. Those applications are needed for review apps and deployment. So we're kind of saying it. Oh, cool. People are watching on YouTube. So thanks, Emily, for asking people to respond there. it's a bit impractical for me to start watching the YouTube thing, but if people can speak up and be the voice of the people watching on YouTube, that would feel more like everyone can contribute. Awesome, everything is installed. We got an IP address. That wants a wildcard DNS. I don't know, I just want my app, Spring app. No wildcards for me. So I'm gonna get back to my project. Okay, well, nothing happened. Get my credit card and everything. And this is it. No pipeline or nothing. Have a look at the thing. The YAML file. Oh, that's nice. Just edit the README in the web IDE or something. Web IDE is pretty sweet now. Commit to master branch. No one told me to make a commit to kick everything off. I'm just guessing that that will help. All changes are committed. Great. Done. How do I get out of the web IDE? Can't click it again. Click the project. Yeah, that works. Cool, it's doing something. Probably I want a merge request view, so maybe even make another edit. And then put it in a branch. Create a new branch. Create a new branch and merge request. That's actually what I want. I'm not sure why the commit button isn't working though.
Message.
In a message.
Oh, commit message. That should probably light up red. But that being said, Web IDE has come a long way. This is amazing. Do you want to leave this site? I just wanted to commit, so I'm going to press cancel. Probably I should have left the site. Let's leave. Let's look, do we have a merge request? Oh no. You pushed to do it live. Okay, so the merge request failed. I can change that. This is good. Pipelines are running. Let's have a look at all the pipelines. Because I heard that GitLab had like all this awesome performance testing stuff for public projects and security testing stuff. Compile and verify. Yeah. That's cool, but to run my tests, that's cool. I'm happy, but a friend told me about GitLab Auto DevOps, and that had like much more. So it would like build it and give me a container. Did I get my free container? Let's see, registry. No containers, so I didn't get the free container. Auto test, it did some testing, so that's cool. Auto code quality, didn't get it. SaaS, didn't get it, didn't get it, didn't get it. Auto review apps, let's check. We got that merge request. Pipeline is still running, but don't see it yet, so don't know. DAS, didn't get it. Auto deploy, maybe. Browser performance testing. Auto monitoring, maybe, I guess. Where could I find the monitoring?
Sid, your project, is it private or public?
It's public, so I should get all the free stuff.
It's
I don't
not
see it on your
actually public,
profile.
Yeah. The main problem here is that the template has a GitLab CI YAML file. This is the current version. The new template will not have it, and Auto DevOps requires you to have Auto DevOps enabled for the project and no GitLab CI YAML file. So that's why we are not using Auto DevOps at the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, we should probably get rid of that template ASAP. So let's get rid of it now, but let's throw all of these GitLab CI YAML files out of the templates, because otherwise people can't use Auto DevOps. That's what they expect with GitLab.
Yeah. If you click on the link in the README, you can find the new version that will be shipped in 10.8 that contains, it is Auto DevOps compatible and is using Auto DevOps, and is stated in the README. Unfortunately, it is 10.8, so not available yet.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that. So I want to delete.
I think your project is private, Sid, because I can't find it on your profile.
Oh no, I thought I made it public.
Yeah, it's private.
It's private. Ah, I could swear, but over 100 people worked. I could swear I pressed public when I did that template. Oh, maybe because it forgot about my project name, it also forgot about private and public. Because I gave a name, I made it public. Probably, well, it's very likely that error was mine.
You chose a template. It forgot that setting as well.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's make it public. Cool. Now I want to get rid of this file so I can go to the web IDE. I'm not sure it can delete files yet. It can do new files, which is cool. Does anybody know? Okay.
I think the only way is to delete it from the repository view.
Okay, let's do that. Hey, Mark said I actually did make it public, but it might be a bug in GitLab, which would probably be something we want to solve.
There was a bug. I just thought it was fixed by now, but I just went back through the video and you absolutely clicked on public on the template page.
Cool. So this is the repository. No, this is not the repository view. I'll go to the repository. And probably here. And then I can delete the file. And I should have made it into a merge request, but I can't because this is just happening on master. I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably could have. Okay, I'll use the web IDE to make to go to a branch.
Sid, you probably also need to activate the Auto DevOps in your project settings, I think.
Oh. I probably want to do that first. If someone enables a cluster, maybe we should just enable that by default. Maybe we should just enable Auto DevOps by default. That's another story. Let's see, settings, maybe under CI/CD. Instance default disabled. I need to specify domain.
Yeah, for your deployments to work, you have to have a domain, which is why the Kubernetes setup asked you to record the IP address and create a wildcard address.
Ah. I don't have one. Can I still enable it?
You can use the IP address .xip.io to have the same result without setting up anything on your side.
That's probably something we should tell people.
Fabio is correct. xip.io or nip.io will both work.
Okay, and then I probably needed to remember some IP address that I got when I enabled the cluster. So that's Kubernetes. And there was some IP address here, right? So I'm going to save that. Why can't GitLab help me with this and give me the right defaults? So where was I? I was enabling DevOps. It's work like this.
Yep.
And the runner token, it's filled out. So that's kind of cool. And I get a whole lot of things that I don't understand. So I'm just going to press the big green button. Cool. I'm going to try to make that edit to the README again. That's a horrible branch name testing. I'm sorry that you even had to watch that. Nah, I get a much bigger pipeline.
This is tangential, but I wonder why you keep creating merge requests and not checking the delete source branch when it's merged.
That's a good question. I should do that. I know I should do that.
We tried making that default for a while, but that was reverted for a lot of reasons, but it still bugs me.
Cool. Now it's first building the project. Let's have a look at those graphs, and people feel free to speak up.
I was going to say, Sid, I keep glancing over and seeing the performance bar error, which is a known thing, but it keeps throwing me off. I would just mention to the viewers that Sid has a performance bar enabled, and there's currently an error that's being fixed with that. Users wouldn't be seeing that error.
Yep. And there's an issue for that, but we haven't fixed it yet. Which is not. Which almost makes me remove the performance bar. Okay, it seems to be going well. Has low resource requests. It seems that we have enough resources, right?
That's saying that there are low resources, meaning that the amount requested does not match what you actually have provisioned. It's actually trying to be helpful, and then you know that your cluster is currently too big for the fact that there's nothing deployed on it.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Google.
A 3-node cluster is actually quite powerful.
So these are like the machines in the cluster. This is not like running Kubernetes, but these are like the machines on which we actually like deploy the pods. Can it just auto scale so I don't have to pay for more machines than I need?
There is a way to configure that, but that's about 5 minutes of me ranting on how to do that.
Okay, makes sense.
But it does beg the question, why didn't we just enable auto scaling for you?
I think that would be neat, because otherwise I'm going to run through my $300 really fast.
I did try it out where I enabled auto scaling and didn't get any errors, but I don't know if it was actually auto scaling my nodes.
Auto scaling does work. It's not as seamless as you'd like it to be. It's really slow to release a node. And when you spin up a node, it can cause the whole thing to kind of hiccup for a while it reshuffles all the stuff on a node. So your apps have to be designed to be cloud native, to be resilient to being taken down.
Follow up on the pipeline. So if if Sid would have installed a GitLab runner, would it have used the own runner, or do I need to configure that as well, or would have Sid?
Well, Sid did install the runner, right? So this actually is running on that runner on the cluster.
In this specific case, the runner is available, the specific runner, but is not forced to be used. So since we are on GitLab.com and we have shared runners, it is just one more runner to the pool. If you want, you can just disable shared runners for this specific project. In that case, your runner on your cluster will be the only one and will be used and will work for Auto DevOps too.
Good point. I forgot we didn't prioritize the specific runners.
So this job succeeded, all nice blue letters and stuff. But here I still get that the build is still moving. And I know we've been having some problems with the Redis queues over the last 3 days. Make sure that's it.
Yeah, it's happening all today that updates for the status are not immediate.
So basically, as for the pipeline processing and all the statuses, they are being handled asynchronously. So side key has a big difference whether we mark something as succeeded or not.
One more refresh and show it. I'm seeing it succeeded on my screen. Oh no, that's really weird then. How do I see it succeeded?
Actually, on my screen, it's also succeeded.
Got stale cache problems.
And I can see that dependency scanning already reports something. So probably.
Oh yeah, I needed a hard refresh. So I did a Command-Shift-R, and it started doing things. So that's good.
And if you look at the pipelines page itself, the builds that have Auto DevOps are actually tagged with that as well.
So this is something with SAST, and hopefully they should build. Claire could not analyze layer. It seemed to have done something though. So downloading Claire maybe. This looks good. Dependency scanning. Gymnasium Maven. That worked. He's also completed. And there should be a review app. Now it's doing the dynamic testing. Let's have a look at that review app.
There's a question from YouTube. I'll just read it actually. Isn't autoscaling broken on private repos due to GitLab registry key expiration? To be clear, first off, we were talking about two different cases of autoscaling. We're talking about the cluster autoscaling a moment ago, but your app autoscaling may not actually be broken depending on how your stuff's configured, but there are some problems with the GitLab registry key expiration. But I believe that we've started down that path of fixing it, and by 10.8, we should have that fixed with deploy tokens. I think we've introduced deploy tokens in 10.7 already, but we're not using it in Auto DevOps yet until 10.8.
Cool. This is the review app. It's not working at the moment.
Yeah, it will not work because the source code doesn't have any, say, hello world page /. This has been added in the new template. So maybe you just want to go to the current template and to copy the code from there to your application. So we can try it again, and you will find the application running.
Cool. Wow, and this works. This was the dynamic application scanning. We're at the end of this demo. I think what we see is a lot of potential for Auto DevOps, but also that there's a lot of stings along the way that make the path harder. That's why we don't recommend Auto DevOps yet for production use. But you can rest assured that the over 60 people watching this call at GitLab know what to do, and we'll get this ready, and we'll make sure that in 2018 we deliver complete DevOps, so you can use this without any hiccups. Thanks for watching.